I'm back in control. Yeah. Hey, New Year's, new vibe type situation. Yeah. And guess what? Still no Arsenal fans. Other than Northside, big up Northside, he gave a bit of perspective, you know. I thought about it, you know, other than him calling me Triple H when the Botox has run out and all that kind of shit. I'm thinking, oh, this might look that bad. But you know them ones there, man. Southside, big up my man, you know, original Arsenal fan, Woolwich Arsenal. But yeah, look. No Guna Lee. Stop asking. Look, Rana, I see you every stream. Give it to Guna Lee. Send the link to Guna. Brothers are not available. You need to understand. They're not available. No,
they're only available when it's 3 points.
Exactly.
Even that's a cop out, man. Don't say they're not available. Guys, they don't want to be here. That's what it is. They don't want to turn up when their team loses. Because if their team won yesterday and they were top of the league, they would have made the time. Just know that.
Trust me. Look, no.
Hold on. Where's Yard Guna and them man there? Where's all of them? How about this? Even in the chat, I don't see the
word.
Where's Martin in that? Where's Martin?
Yeah, where's Kyle B? Kyle B is always here. I ain't seen him for the last couple of weeks.
No, I as well. No, where is Saka's older brother? Oh, Saka's older brother. Where are you? We don't know where you are.
Have you not seen that video of Saka? Me and my boys are under siege. I'm gonna use that one still.
Look, there's no Arsenal fans. Look, I'm gonna call them out right now. Yeah, the ones that we always have typically as well. Northside's gonna be on the channel a lot more as well, just because I didn't realize man's available in the day. But anyways, now he is. No Guna Lee. I'm not about. Yeah, no Kunle. Don't know where he is. Is he alive? Yeah. Gal, I'm in London vibes. Get on your laptop, G. Where is it? You can do a TikTok. You can get on live. Yeah. All right. What else is there? If I can go on my phone, I can go on. Anyone can go on their phone. Yeah. I'm just saying. Who else do we typically have? Give me another Arsenal name. We have quite a few. Rory, you're not available. Dan Potts not available. Even though Dan Potts would absolutely rip into Arsenal. So he's got. Dawood, oh my god, yeah. I've got work hype. I've got work hype, you know, like this, that, and the other. New Year's
Day hype. Oh,
I'm just saying. I'm just saying it's absolutely recorded. Only Arsenal fans I've seen that are available, and I've seen already on the live right now.
You know what happened? Yeah, if Liverpool go and lose tonight, they'll come back on tonight active.
Yeah.
They want someone in the mud with them. Yeah.
I don't know I didn't get to see Big Six Bands or nothing yesterday. I'm wounded, yeah. But I think, was Casey there?
Oh, yeah. Was Casey there?
Was Casey there?
That man lost his head like I've never seen before.
Wait.
How about this? He came on sipping a Magnum like he was Daps, bro. He had the Magnum. He done 2 Magnums. Man was munching his food and clapping the fork on the plate very violently.
Well, this is the one I like.
Shaking his fork violently.
This is the one I like. So you spend an hour with me and then you're closing the show. That's what Case was
doing. Man was like, how are you man spending an hour on me? How are you man spending an hour, 20 minutes on me? I'm not on United. You might have lost 9 games and you might talk about me.
Hey, don't matter. You know what the funny thing is? Who was on the Saturday stream with me? Who was on the Saturday stream with me? No one here, yeah. All right, that was
Welcome. I think it was Welcome.
Yeah, Welks. Hey, Welks is coming out your show. Welks, I got my eye on you, my guy. I swear down. You're like Roms. You're coming out your show.
It was me this time last year.
This guy is a full-time, my guy, wanker, yeah. I'm just trying to say, yeah, this Dawood had the fucking audacity to say, when I'm down and my team's shit, I know I can rely on Man United. But guess what? We can rely on you. Yeah, we can rely on you. Like, that's what happened. I got the last laugh. Yeah, and guess what? Newcastle fans, you're next. You're next. So anyways, yeah, look, we're going to be talking about the weekend games. Make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you lot getting your New Year's resolution. Can you be better people and less trolls in the chat this year? Can you do that for yourselves? Can you do that for us content creators? Or are you just going to do me and say, I don't care about resolution, I'm going to be me? But yeah, man, we're gonna talk about everything. Mainly like if Arsenal finally be found out, you know, is Ten Hag still in the Man United job? Can't believe it. New Year's. There's no New Year's resolution for Ineos right now. And then Chelsea on the rise. And we can talk about other little bits and bobs as well. And even Man City, they didn't have to lift a finger, and yet they're third. They didn't have to lift a finger. They just got a supercar and said, yeah, oh shit, we're third. How? You know what I mean? We just came and slapped Sheffield. But yeah, how's everyone actually doing? Because I swear down, I'm using every bit of energy just for this intro.
I just think it's great. Like the last 5 days, we got told, not just Liverpool fans, by the way. We're a team, guys. This is a team stream, by the way. This is a team stream. So, you know, we was all told Spurs are this, Liverpool are that, United are that, you know, and we're top of the league for Christmas. You know, that's what we were told. Shut up, guys. We're top of the league for Christmas. That's what we was told. You know, 2 days and everything's kind of changed down. They're fourth. So it's been a great 5 days, a very humbling experience to see them being humbled is great for me. So happy New Year, and hopefully their New Year's resolution is to not take things too fast. You know. So,
yeah, man. Anyone else got anything to say before I start running it?
Bro, just like up the video. Happy New Year to everyone watching, supporting. Big up all the man them inside, and yeah, man. You know what time it is, man. We've got to be consistent. You guys make sure you're watching. There's gonna be ups and downs, twists and turns, but we're here till June, May, man. We're gonna run it up.
Yeah, man, lots of streams to come. All I can say is big up the Arsenal fans that did shop. Casey, I think Kears did. Lee Gunn is obviously outside, as you know, and also a north side, aka
he's loving it. Lee, he's lapping it up now.
I was on the stream with him today. He loves it. He loves it.
You know what it is though. Yeah, like I don't think he's been right in every bit. Like I don't think Northside's been right in every single aspect either. Like when your team's doing well in that, it's okay in that. But at the same time, they look at it as the bigger picture. But when you're
consistent as well, I respect it. They're consistent.
When you're consistently in your own ways and you know you're right, and then it ends up being right, there's no better feeling. It's probably top 5 feelings ever, knowing that you've always been right. Because you know what? But to be fair, he can still be proven wrong at the same time, innit?
But though, he's been wrong for about how long?
Yeah, no.
18 months before he's starting to make it and it's starting to click. And
you know what it is, George? He actually started changing that little bit when Arsenal were top 93% on the league, innit? Like as in
this
like
time last year. I think that's when he said it.
Yeah,
he win the league.
Hurt his soul, blood. He hurt his soul. But yeah, man. Look, first question out there, just a wrap there. Has Arsenal finally been found out?
You know what? Yeah, I was thinking about this properly last night, and I'm glad we're touching on Arsenal because the truth is, for me, obviously where they're meant to be and where they're meant to be going for is the Premier League title. And at the end of the day, 4 days ago, they're top. But I've not been overly convinced. Romsey even said something to me last week on the stream, like their defense, even though they've got the best numbers, is like tied defensively. They're conceding goals at home. And then look, West Ham went and beat them 2-1. They then go away from home, 1-0 up. When you're thinking against Fulham, that's where Arsenal get an early goal. They're probably the team other than City. You don't want to go 1-0 down too early. You think they're going to kill the game off, probably go 2-0 up in 30 minutes. Didn't have more than one shot on target in the second half. For me, right, and I'm basing it on this. I'm not basing it on Arsenal. I'm basing it on where Arsenal want to be. Arsenal want to be winning the Premier League title. They got close last year and they got gunned down by Man City. This year, they signed Declan Rice. People are moaning already saying they didn't get the right replacement for Granit Xhaka, and now it's starting to show. They probably weren't saying it was starting to show at the start of the season, but now they are. The truth is, for me, right, and I'm going to keep it short and as a buck, to win the Premier League, when I look at teams that have won the Premier League, right, and I'm even going back to Manchester United's, I'm even going back to the Chelsea's, and I'm even going back to the Man City's now, yeah? Liverpool included, Van Dijk, Salah's. Every team that wins the Premier League has qualified, certificated world-class players. Yeah, at least 2 or 3 of them. Van Dijk, Salah. Yeah, Ronaldo, Rudy Tevez, Van Persie, Scholes, whatever it is. Chelsea, Eden Hazard, Diego Costa. Like, you could put 2 or 3 players in the world-class category where you're like, do you know what? They're top of the crop. Arsenal, Martin Odegaard, easy world-class. Bukayo Saka, easy world-class. You know, Declan Rice, is he on the way to being world class? William Saliba, young, is he world class? Is he on the way to being there? There's no one that can come to me and say, there's no one that can come to me and say, these Arsenal players are world class. They're always on the brink. They're always on the cusp. And while you're on the brink and while you're on the cusp, you are going to be on the cusp of winning a Premier League title. And this is where they are. No
Do
surprise.
you remember the day of the Chelsea Arsenal game? Me, you, Kaz, and Don. We had a soccer brunch, and all 4 of us agreed they have a crop of potential, but none of them are there yet. And the Arsenal fans in the comments went, "Oh my God, what are you not saying? This, that, and other." And the things, they weren't listening to us. They can be. They've got potential, but they're not there yet. They don't have one
I
single.
don't even think
You haven't won a
that,
single
though. I feel
trophy,
like-
and to get that world class, you have to get that thing. Even Tyler Jones, I don't know who you support in the comments. Yeah, your name starts with 2TY. I like that, but I don't like the rest because Zinchenko is not world class. That's what I'm saying. You get people like Zinchenko. Yeah, it might be sarcasm.
Yeah,
but yeah,
he might be
he's not world class. Big up Tyler, he is being sarcastic because this is it. They haven't got proven world class players and winners in the team to get them over the line. Liverpool are where they are. They haven't got the number 6 that everyone says, but Endo's taking over. But they still got Salah, Van Dijk, Trent, world class players that know how to drag them over the line. Man City got De Bruyne and Haaland coming back, gonna look like a different team. They got Phil Foden, Ruben Diaz, Kyle Walker, still got Edison, Rodri, world class. I don't disrespect Arsenal. I still think they're going to be on the right tracks of what they're trying to do. But Premier League, nah, not happening.
You know what as well? Quickly, yeah. I have to actually big up Don for this and give him credit when credit's due. I was giving Arsenal. No, listen, you have to, Kaz, bro, because he was calling this out. I know it hurts, but
I know,
but from early.
I can just see Don's face. like, you know, the bulge guys. I told you so. Like, I told you so.
I was going on the match reaction yesterday. He was the first guy on the Arsenal match reaction, and I told you guys. I told you guys.
You know what it is? I said to Don, yeah, in that same soccer front stream, the front three haven't played together. They've not clicked. I'm going to give Arsenal a blight. That front three that was scintillating last year, we've not seen it. And I think Mont said it last stream. We're now game number 20. We're past the 50% mark.
They're back now. They're back now.
And they've been back. And even me, I'm like, raw. Maybe Arsenal just hit their peak. Maybe they just peaked, bro. Because I thought it would start, goals will start flowing and whatnot. None of them are replicating their season last year. So, boy, it's looking scary for Arsenal. Don said this. I have to give it to him. He didn't say this from early.
Nah, Roms, I told people all throughout last season, these attackers are outperforming their level. I said Saka, Odegaard, and Jesus, they were never going to maintain this. I'm being honest.
Actually, you did it. You did from the start of the season.
This for a long time because at what point is a midfielder like Odegaard, who's young, going to maintain to score 15, 16 Premier League goals a season? It's just not going to happen. KDB can't do it. Bruno can't do it. No midfielders in the Premier League do it consistently. I never saw Odegaard doing it. Saka, we're all looking at Saka. Saka scores goals, and even when he scores, he's having bad games. Saka hasn't had good performance in months. That new haircut, he needs to go back to the straight black, man.
Noodles, man. Hey, it looks like a noodle packet. I'll be real, man. Hey, you know what it is? We said the same thing as well.
Man's trying to move like Victor Osman's little brother. Like now.
Hey, we said that. We said this last. Look, I was bare wrong about Arsenal. Yeah, I was hella like it was funny. It only took 2 days. It took 1 day. It took 1 day of me saying, you know what? Yeah, let me start talking a little bit more fair on Arsenal. Let me just try back here and be more balanced. And even right now, I'm trying to be balanced without having it to be mad. Yeah, and George picked up on it. We said last year. Mont said it time and time again. Rashford is scoring goals, but his performances are stinking up the joint. It's the same thing with Saka right now, but I still think Saka's been overplayed. I'm going to be honest. I think he's still been overplayed and he's feeling it.
I think it's getting to a point where he knows he's got no competition in that spot. There's no other player in that Arsenal team that can even compete for the right wing spot or potentially bring him in and like try and show Saka a little bit of competition. Arsenal need to improve the front line, the squad of the front line, because we're being honest, outside that front three.
George, that shouldn't be an issue. You know what? You know why that shouldn't be an issue? Mo Salah and Mane, easy pickings. They knew their spot was there. You know what I mean? They knew this. And they were young. Remember, they were younger, by the way. Remember? No, even 7 years ago, 6 years ago, when they were there, they were young. No one's getting there. You think Divock Origi and them men are getting over there? No, bro, because guess what? They know what the bigger picture is. What do you want to achieve? Don't get me wrong. It's good to have competition and whatnot. I agree on that part. But, you know, man said William Saliva. What's it called? It's just... I don't know what the whole process right now for Arsenal is. Is it an overreaction? Is it only just 2 games? Will they bounce back and all that kind of situation? All these questions start popping in. Is like, is it just literally just a bad week?
And this is the thing though, yeah, because he got rid of Aubameyang. We're doing all that starting stuff, right? Last year was he got to the February March period. He was top of the Premier League, 93% top of the table, like George said. Last year, that was his biggest test so far, and he crumbled in that, as in City won the league. Now, since then, this is his second biggest test, and it's not because they're fourth. The problem is they're conceding goals, they're not scoring enough. And at the moment, people are questioning their mentality. The first dig yesterday, you saw like Gabriel moaning at Rice. I know that happens in football, but it's even them little things there. At the end of the day,
it's not even people questioning mentality. Their own players are questioning their mentality.
Yeah, their own players. That's what I'm saying. It's not all plain sailing. And at the moment, he needs to fix the attacks and need to score. He needs to sort out this defense because conceding silly goals. And they're not winning games. So for me, it's not even just make one tweak and they're done. Cass, he's got a few things to sort out right now.
There's a lot of things.
And look who they got. They got Liverpool in the FA Cup on Sunday. They could be knocked out of that.
Yeah, but at the same time, they can revive it by beating them at this as well. So this again. Look, if I might be talking a little bit more fair because I don't want it to be because it's not all doom and gloom in it. I don't believe these corporate players are shit. I don't believe their squad is shit. I think their fan base has gone into absolute meltdown. Yeah, which I love. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, you have to play devil's advocate. But right now, for what it is, I don't think no team has looked convincing. So not just Arsenal, not Liverpool haven't looked convincing. They don't even have a DM. That's the most impressive part. The thing is, we always praise Arteta, Pep, recently Ange, and a couple others, but Klopp's name is never, ever mentioned. And I hate Liverpool, and this is hard for me to say, but there's no praise, again, I'll say it, on Klopp, and he's not even playing with a DM, yeah? I'm just trying to say that, and yet the top of the league with a game in hand that can go tonight. They usually beat Newcastle to go even further than where they are. I think what
and
no left backs, and the whole point is Arteta's got no excuse. I think Arsenal fans have he's not a left back. Come on, Arsenal fans. You know what it is? I think Arsenal fans are at this moment of time have ran out of excuses. Bin Juszczenko, got no excuse no more. Not the scapegoat, didn't play, Kai Havertz, we needed him on the pitch, didn't do nothing, Declan Rice on the pitch, he's having a bad period, he's not shit, Let's get one thing straight. Their backline is not shit either. Ben White, I don't think he's been crap either. Tomiyasu probably put on a different spectrum. The front three, Martinelli is absolutely stinking up the joint and not getting dropped. The favoritism is hurting him. Trossard is playing out of position. Really and truly, if you think it works in the 8 in the summer, but guess what? He probably should have been taking that spot. Do you go on me? Maybe Jesus should have went on a wing and Saka and then maybe put Nketiah up front. Because even yesterday, what did Nketiah do? Like honestly, he does this thing there where he just loves to hide and do things he can't do. Can't hold on the ball.
He's making the easiest 100k a week in football.
I can't even lie. I go on, man.
You know what? Monster's loading up Super Saiyan against Frieza. He's trying to find his form right now. Just bear in mind, it's been 17 minutes. Monster's barely said a word.
Do you know why I know Monster ain't saying too much? Because he knows he's playing later. He don't want to talk.
Oh no, that doesn't affect. No.
He doesn't want to talk.
I was just gonna say before Monster lands, the most criminal thing in that Fulham game for me is trying to invert Kivior. Yes, I know that's how you play, but he was hiding. There was this. I think it was around the 65th minute.
Mad uncomfortable.
Gabriel Saliba had the ball. And he's inverted. Normally, you'll be on a half turn showing for the ball. I saw him run further forward. I'm like, brother, you're supposed to drop in that pocket and collect it. And it didn't happen once. It didn't happen twice. It happened about 3 times. And this is where Arteta has to see certain players' attributes and not just because Zinchenko does it, just because your Timber does it, doesn't mean he can. There's different playing styles. But for me, that's the one that I was like, you know what, Arteta, you're having a howler here. You're actually having a howler. Because what it enabled, it made the turnover easier for Fulham because they had basically a hole in that left-handed kind of central role. It was crazy. That Fulham game was actually crazy. And I think we could all agree, right? Even Arsenal, when they went 1-0 up, you just never felt they were going to win the game. I didn't. I don't know about you lot, but even when they went 1-0 up, I just never felt they were winning that game. I can't. I had them in my acca to win it, but you know, sometimes when you watch the game and you're like,
you could tell though. Like it's not even like Arsenal. It's not even like Arsenal had that significant spell where they're just dominating and keeping Fulham pending. They didn't have none of that. Fulham were also having chances on the break. Fulham were, doing their thing in midfield. They were defending tight, and then Arsenal were just doing the crossing thing. And Odegaard again, a player that I do like, but like I say, when the going gets tough and gets rough, he's not there to be seen. And again, he went quiet. I just think it's one of them moments at the moment that Arsenal were going through. And then you've got Declan Rice even stepping up doing the interview. And the way he's speaking, he knows that they're hurt. He knows that they're wounded. He said, I got a draw at Anfield last week. And I thought, this is the moment we're going to kick on now. We thought we'll win these 2 games. They haven't. Now they've got to try and pick themselves up. And what I feel like Arsenal do, and this is, maybe it's a personality thing, but I just feel like they've got some people that are quite weak-minded or a bit brattish at times. And like when it gets a bit, it's like, have you got someone in there, maybe other than Declan Rice, that can just really get it and stick it together? It's not like Cass said, it's not doom and gloom. At the end of the day, they're 3 points off top or 4 points off top. It's still very competitive. We've seen Arsenal were top 4 days ago. We've seen Man City, people saying that they're going through a slump. KDB and Haaland are back. They're already 3 points behind. Liverpool win tonight. The gap is really, really tight. I feel like there's no consistency fully from anyone at the moment. So this could be the same to another team in a few weeks. But it's the performances for me that are just not standing out, Cass. Last year, Arsenal were blowing out teams. And it's just...
I just think under Arteta, it's as simple as this. You could say even Wenger days, Emery days, when Arsenal play under pressure, they just crumble. And I don't want to make it too simplistic like that, but the top 4 battle against Spurs nipped them to it. The league last season, they bottle it. The Europa League against Sporting, when everyone thought they'll comfortably go through, they bottled that. I think Olympiacos the year before that. It's just whenever they've played under pressure, under Arteta, whether they've had a bad team or a better team, they just can't really face adversity. And I think even the last 2 games, I'm not going to be too hard on Rashford because he's been probably their best player this season. But the minute there's 2 must-win games, he's had his 2 poor games. Do you get it? There's kind of...
I've never rated his passing through the lines. I've always said there's a 6. Like, don't give me that Rodri feeling.
You know what? Yeah. See that corner? See when there's a bit of space on the panel? Yeah. I'm gonna make a missings poster. Yeah, and I'm gonna start putting people's images on that poster. I've just got someone.
I actually love to hear what Arsenal fans would say.
I'm not joking. There could be.
That's a shout.
It's a whole gap there. Someone just like someone said make a missing poster for Lee. Literally, there's a bit of space there. I guarantee if I was to minimize, obviously, if you want to scan it and check out clothes and stuff like that and get your discount, NAF Army, you could do all of that, people. Yeah. But there's some space there. And I'm going to start putting people's faces in that don't want to show up. And they got no excuse. Because honestly, I'm thinking of it. We're talking like this and they're not here they're just not here. They're not available. They're missing dads. They're people at the back of milk cartons, like, and all sorts. Like, do you get what I'm saying? But I'm not
going to lie, Cass, can I ask you something, yeah?
Go on.
And guys, run up the likes as well. Let's be real, yeah? Nketiah, you do start a couple of games, but you're not. I'm sorry, that guy. He should be at Crystal Palace.
You know what?
You're not winning the league with Nketiah as your second choice striker and sometimes starting games. I'm sorry, he is not good enough. Call it what it is.
Down interest in him as well. I think someone in the Premier League, was it, but not Palace or someone wanted him.
It's crazy. It's like he's got someone. He's got something called one of them board members taking him to court or something because I don't know how he's still at the club. I don't think he's good enough.
Even for Leeds, he started off well there. Then he couldn't even make their starting 11 in the Championship, bro.
Patrick Bamford ahead of him.
Let me ask Monts. Let me bring a Monts here. Bro, you have the most to say about Arsenal, obviously, and it just proves you're right more time. I forgot the question I was even going to ask you because it just, what, the Owen Nketiah thing, Rams, you're right. They're right. But the difference is between this Arsenal and the difference between the Liverpool and City, why it is kind of doom and gloom in most minds, is because Liverpool have a know-how when it goes further in the competition, and so do Manchester City. We ain't been convinced that by Arsenal just of yet because we're too used to them bottling it and doing what they do best. Their best Spurs impression. But go on, what are you saying, man?
I think what you lot have been saying is right, to be fair. I just look at Arsenal and I've just never really seen anything sustainable. As I said, I still stick by what I say. I still think they're best equipped to win the league out of Liverpool and City. I still think in terms of equipped, they're best equipped to win the league. I think where Liverpool's deficiencies lie need to be solved in the January window. Arsenal, even though they need to go in the window and get a striker, a lot of the things that's wrong with what they're doing right now is tactical and, again, putting the ball in the back of the net. So, again, if Martinelli and Saka were to kind of have a season revive where they kind of go on a goal scoring run and start having good performances, then you go back to the Arsenal that everyone fears. But again, we're game week 20 and they were telling us game week 6, wait on us. You know what I'm saying? It's going to click. Wait till the famous 6 plays. Odegaard, Rice, Havertz, Saka, Martinelli, Jesus. When they will play, it's all going to click. And again, we're game week 20 and we still haven't really seen much. Another thing I've noticed on social media a lot as well is that people were saying, oh yeah, when we get that Xhaka replacement, we're going to be fine. Kai Havertz was the Xhaka replacement, wasn't he?
You know what they're missing though?
Let's have the Kai Havertz conversation.
Yeah, I wanted to say it, but no one else wanted to say it. Like, for me, Kai Havertz, like, that's going to be the signing that kills him, even now, because 70 mil could have went on a striker. They're not scoring goals. They signed a player to play in their front line, or let's say, as he said, as an 8 or someone to bring goals. They said Kai Havertz will bring goals. I'm not seeing it. He's more.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, you know what? I think I wanted to mention that. But yeah, guys, look, run up the likes if you don't mind. 115, 450 of you in here on a Monday morning. I know there's bare of you earlier. You're probably tired from hearing the same shit from other streams, but here we are. Here we are. We got Michael Ramsey. Arsenal should go for Divock Origi. I mean, he's got a bit of a know-how, but I think he's a bit expired in my opinion. Michael. But in my opinion, the way I'm looking at it is, as well, once, bro, you're just right. As well, the Kai Havertz conversation comes up again. You're totally right again. It's no one's overlapping Martinelli. He is starving. Yeah, he is starving. He's the lack of overlapping fullbacks is killing Arsenal, in my opinion. When we talk about, what it is as well, a lot of teams have now gone to sit back against Arsenal. Now they got no ideas. Where last year they probably thought they can maybe nick something at the start, and probably reason for their scintillating form, because they do have the ball. They do pop it around. They just don't have any more ideas when it does come to a very, very low block and counter-attack. But the thing is, they do the counter-attack. They got Zinchenko inverting, the control element. They're missing Timber. You could say that, but we ain't seen Timber kick a ball yet. So he's not a savior. It's a bit like Man United fans, including myself. When I thought Kobe was going to come in, it would stabilize a lot of things, which he did, but he's not a savior. Do you get what I mean? And there's nothing else to go off of.
Do you know what it is, though? Do you know what it is? I think players.
Timber's not a good defender either, by the way. Just letting you not know that.
I think players are getting misprofiled. There are certain wingers that don't need an overlap. They're that good. They don't need someone to buy them the extra space for them to do what they do. Salah used to need an overlap, doesn't need one anymore, as you can
see. Trent used to do his thing, though. He never used to play inverted. Come on, man.
Trent stopped overlapping, and Sabozza doesn't really do it. Only Harvey Elliott's really the one who.
And you could talk about the same thing with Salah, though. You could say he's getting his GA, but the performances of late ain't exactly been the best.
And that's fine. That's fine. And I'm not saying Salah's performances have been perfect all season. They haven't, but still the best performing right winger and someone who's been profiled in the right way. Martinelli now, for me, needs, as you said, he needs an overlap, because if he doesn't have the extra space, he's going to do the same thing. He's going to cut back, pass it back. He's not going to go in between his man. He's not going to try and pause. He's not going to try and take on his man and be direct and actually, and on top of what he's doing wrong, he doesn't have the end product. So let's say he faces his defender 10 times and he beats his defender 3 times. The end product then is only going to be good probably once out of the 3. And even that is a stretch. That, I'm stretching it by saying 1 out of the 3 is going to have good end product. So there's phases in which he needs to get better at. And if you've taken away the, let's say, the Jesus link that he usually works really well when you take away the overlap, he then becomes misprofiled. And you then need a winger that's probably more of a maverick and someone who can make something happen with or without the overlap. So for me, Martinelli's been misprofiled. He was never that intelligent or good enough to make things happen on his own, like Saka is, because that's what Saka can do. Saka doesn't necessarily need Ben White to always overlap. For him to do what he does, he comes inside, he's more creative and whatever. He's, for me, worlds ahead of Martinelli. Martinelli is more, if you're going to compare anyone, it probably is the Marcus Rashford-esque in terms of Martinelli is more likely the goal scorer and doesn't actually provide too much outside of the goal.
They're the outlets. They're the outlets.
Do you think he could be a 9? Because that was his natural position when Arsenal bought him. Do you think he could be a 9?
But from what Arteta wants, you'd probably get more of the. You'd probably just see what you're seeing from Arteta, and because they're playing against low blocks, he's someone who likes to get in behind. It's reminiscent of the really good goal we scored against Chelsea, the iconic celebration that he done when he was 18. So I think again, it's more of a misprofile thing for me. And I'm looking at Declan Rice. People aren't really seeing his deficiencies, along with Kai Havertz. 4 good games of Kai Havertz, and people talk about and they force comparisons. Declan Rice, to me, again, I still think he's signing of the season in the Premier League. So for all the teams, he's signing of the season for me. But he failed to track back. He didn't track Kearney for his run in the Fulham game. I don't know if you guys saw. I watched it. I didn't really tweet about it. I probably should have, but I actually really liked Declan Rice. I didn't say anything, but he was jogging. Tom Kearney in between the centre back and right back, and Declan Rice watched him. He watched him running between the lines. He puts in the cross, and then what happens? They equalise. Against West Ham, slow to kind of get back. The first goal. Yeah, the first goal. Very, very sort of not like, again, Arsenal fans are going to pull he's tired, or he's being played too much. Again, I'm not really trying to hear it. If you're going to put Declan Rice on the big, I'm saying if you're going to put
there's another
Declan
player
Rice,
that did this once as well. There's another
if you're-
player, but
if you're his last name begins with an S, and he's compared to VVD. But if we're gonna
I'll speak about the other one. There's both of them.
It's both of them for me. If you're gonna put Declan Rice on the Rodri table, which again is redonkulous, is absolutely ridiculous in itself. Yeah, because for me, he sits at the table with Paulinho. For me, he sits at the table with Paulinho. And that's still a very for me, that's a massive compliment.
Just before you go,
hold on. This is the thing. If you're going to put him at the table with Rodri, yeah, half the way into a season, 19 games into a season, you can't then go, but he's a bit tired. Rodri's four seasons in, hardly missing a game, playing international games. So again, if you want to do the comparison, we can do the comparison, but the comparison is Rodri doesn't get burnt out after 19 games. So
can I add on something with the Rodri thing as well? Quickly, it's a quick point. Go on.
I'll say if you're gonna compare him to Rodri, then hold him to the standard where if Rice fucks up, if he makes a little, like if he does one fuck up, I want to see it trending. If you put him on the world class thing, and he's as good as Rodri, when he makes one error, get it trending, because that's what happens when all these we have these world class players. When world class players make mistakes, when Salah has a stinker, people are talking about it. When Rodri has a stinker, people are talking about it. When Trent has a stinker, God Almighty, it's trending. You know what I'm saying? So he's gonna have to get that same treatment. If you're gonna put him at the table, let him have that treatment in it. Same with more assists than assists. But go on.
The notion I don't like as well that Rodri's only been doing it for City. No, he was doing it for about 2 years at Atletico as to why City bought him. It's not just the years at City. He's been doing this.
Yeah, that's true.
You're mute.
It was also Partey. Remember, it was Partey and him in the middle of the park.
Exactly,
they were doing the running,
bro.
It was Partey and him, and he's one of them.
Didn't they win the league?
Party that he has. Party's not in the.
Or they challenged. They either won it or they challenged.
No, they won it.
No, they won the league when Partey left.
Felix, when Partey left, yeah.
But Rodri was there when they won the league.
No, because I swear Partey played a few games at the start of the season and got a medal in it. I'm pretty sure.
Rodri left before Partey. Rodri, that's what I always said last season.
But he's still done his thing. End of the day, he's still done his thing.
Even last season, when people were talking up Partey, I was saying you do realise that Manchester City needed a DM. They had a choice of two, Rodri or Partey, yeah? Because we bought Rodri, Partey was still there. So we decided to go for Rodri, not Partey. So when they're going, but it's like, if we had the choice, we would have gone for the better one, right? We would have gone for Partey. But I was going to say, you've seen Partey's not in the Ghana squad.
Yeah. I've seen a few tweets that's now title charge. Oh yeah, we're saving him now. He can.
You mean he hasn't played? He's played 20 minutes. He played 20 minutes this season, I think.
Yeah, is he injured at the moment, or?
I think he's back. I'm pretty sure he's back. Apparently he is back. But the way I'm looking at it, why is there a mystery injury to Zinchenko all of a sudden? Yeah. Food for thought. Ayo says he's got a few super chats. Big up yourself, my guy. He says everything is still in the middle of the park. Rice hasn't looked good since West Ham. I mean, that was only last week as well. That Rice Havertz Erdegaard midfield, isn't it? We've been saying it, and you lot know it, and you've been hyping up King Kai. And then Prue says, unpopular opinion, Liverpool's a bang average team without Salah. I mean, we'll get to see that, obviously, because he's going to... I'm pretty sure he plays his last game today. I'm pretty sure he does.
Yeah. So what, he's not playing in the FA Cup game now?
Nah, he's going. But the thing is, I don't think he would have played the FA Cup anyways. But I'm looking at it like this year. There was one thing that Troops said, on the TL, and I thought about it. Guy, Malacia, don't worry, that man's in a scandal. That man ain't injured. But let me tell you now, the way I'm looking at it with Arteta, just obviously we got other teams to talk about and etc. etc. He made one comparison and said Brendan Rodgers, and I can't stop thinking about how true that might really be. Just a bit of reformed Brendan Rodgers. No, think about it. Not think about it. Can never finish. Can never finish in the top spot like where he needed to be. Liverpool, second place, or where he was.
They both won the same stuff in this country as well. They both won.
FA Cup won, Can never really get over the line. I think this year is still premature, but now the conversation will change that they probably won't win the FA Cup. They probably won't win the major. Let's just call it the major honours this year. and then you have to start asking new questions. That's the only thing is. But I still think it's a little bit too early. I think it might be a blip, and they'll be back next week. But the underlying statement is they have 1 win in 5 Premier League games, just like certain other clubs.
The thing is with
Just like City did as well, 1 in 6. Remember, that was 2 in 6.
The thing is, I said this yesterday that Darren Bent made a point of saying it on TalkSport after the West Ham game. Right? He said what worries him most, not just the West Ham performance, but what worries him is how Arsenal bounce back. He said because this squad have doubts. Yeah, they're fine while they're winning, but when Arsenal lose a game or drop points, all of a sudden, like, you know, it will happen in their minds. They're already thinking, fucking hell, what happened last year is happening again, right? And we saw last year, they were flying. The minute they lost the game, all of a sudden they crumbled, right?
Pressure.
And that's the thing, that now it's December and is pressure hitting them again? And this is where, like I said yesterday, for the first time, I'm going, well, this is where Arteta needs to step up. This is where Arteta needs to show that, you know, tactically, Arteta is okay, is good in it. We all agree tactically Arteta is good. But now this is about man management, right? You need to get these players back. And maybe the fact that, they've got a couple of days off now, that'll help. That's always
this is my problem, Daps, here, because just before you came in, I was actually saying about the mentality of these players. But when you say about Arteta's got to bring them back, which I actually agree with you, my problem is I actually don't really like Arteta's personality. So if he's the top of the helm, right? Exactly. So if he's the top of the helm or he's the director of the company or whatever, and his mentality is not great, or his personality is not great,
George's been saying this for time.
He the right guy to bring them back.
Can I add on to that as well?
I said yesterday, right? One thing I used to always love about Fergie, yeah, is when Man United lost a game to an average team, yeah, he would come out and say, do you know what? Credit to them. They played the style of football and we weren't good enough, right? Whereas Arteta is the type that would come out and he'll basically be arrogant. Like what he said about
excuses or do something, yeah.
Yeah, and what he said
you
about
hear what he said after Burnley? I need players.
Bro, you can't talk about why should you be beating West Ham? What makes you say?
Wait, who said we need players after Burnley?
After the Burnley game, bro. And that could make the players think. That can make the players you already have think, bro. Like we're not good enough. Do you not have faith in us?
I just don't think he's got the right personality to galvanize people when they're a bit down. I think he's got that dickhead approach that you'll be at a workage and you'll be like, I'm not really feeling him, you know.
By the way, Ty, you're not escaping this one, by the way. Yes, you're at the helm next. Go on.
I was gonna say though, another notion that I just needs to just get in the bin, literally, is this Ivan Toney thing. Because one thing I'll say, I rate him, by the way. Anyone that thinks I think he's a quality footballer, but performing at Brentford, where the objective's to survive, actually not really to survive anymore, maybe mid-table, and trying to get Arsenal to win the league, it's 2 different pressures. Who's to say he's going to come in and just hit the ground running straight away? Because these Arsenal fans think, we just need a striker away from the league.
I have to disagree that point. Before Monts jumps in is one player that can fit a system. Remember, is this a system or is he trying to play a bit more fluid? The way I've looked at Arsenal, the way they have tried to play, is they are missing a target man. That's what they really are. When you think of that Jesus miss, when you think of even the positions where they just miss a shot and stuff like that, I think they are missing that striker. I don't think the system's bad. It is controlled. Mont said it time and time again. Anyways, they're going from this free-flowing, quick electric football to more controlled football. If you're going to do that, you need someone to bounce off of. Martinelli's not going to thrive off Jesus forever, but he needs someone that's in the box that's going to stay there as well at the same time. And also, obviously, he's really good in the air, Ivan Toney. I think he is a bit of a missing piece. He could be the one that actually changes the 11, the way he wants to play, and then maybe have a different target come this summer. I think there's room,
bro. It could be 50 because you're right. He might have that chip on his shoulder when they get into that Euro squad. Point to prove. Let me fire this team to the league, or it could go the other way. Not played all season. Need games to get going. In a title race, you can't get that 3-4 games to get going. You know what I mean? So it could go either way.
There's only one issue. There's only one issue. But Mons, I know you're going to jump in. The only issue is though they're asking for 100 million now.
Of course, because Thingy's gone AFCON, Vista's gone AFCON, and Bremo's injured. I don't think they're selling him this January. I'll say it from now. I just think maybe in the summer, I don't think they're going to sell him anymore. If Bremo didn't get injured, possibly. But who's their other striker? Shard, the German, like
Kevin Shea. He's been injured for time.
Bro, see, I didn't even know that. I assumed he was fit. So I don't even know who their forward line is.
They've only got that Lewis Potter that from Hull.
Isn't he a midfielder?
Nah, he's an attacker. He's an attacker.
Yeah, what was you gonna say?
Oh yeah, I disagree. I think Mikel Arteta's man management for me isn't as bad as what people say it is, because look how far he's got Arsenal.
Yeah.
Look at in terms of a gradual process, and if you look, obviously, I know the documentary, and I looked at his man management. I don't think it's actually too bad. I wouldn't say it's great. I wouldn't like put it on like, oh my god, he's like Jurgen Klopp, but I think he's a good man manager. I just think that tactically,
at City, bro. At City, the management was left to him. Pep left it all to Arteta.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I think we're being a little bit disingenuous after 2 games to say he's now a bad man manager. Yeah. But what I would say is that I think it's a tactical thing. For me, now that, because again, what he was doing last season was working, and then without it going wrong, he changed it. He changed something that didn't need to be fixed. Yeah. And I understand there's probably reasons as to why he did that, losing Xhaka and whatnot. But I think if he just stuck with his plans and waited for it maybe to go wrong, then you change it. You know what I'm saying? Now, Arsenal are predictable, and they need kind of someone in the team to stand up and go, hold on, we need to do X, Y, and Z. You know, we need some experience. For me, Jorginho now needs to start every game until the end of the season. Hear me out with that. Jorginho needs to start every single game, or at least most Premier League games going forward. And that's not playing with Rice.
No, but would that be so that Rice can play in a bit more advanced role?
No, it wouldn't be. It would be so Odegaard doesn't have to just stay on the right side of midfield, collect the ball from deep.
So change it like a 4-2-3-1.
Yeah, it would allow.
I understand it.
You can move it. So if Rice does want to go forward, he has license. If Jorginho wants to step forward, he has license. It gives Odegaard needs to now not
needs the fullbacks go forward too.
Odegaard needs to go and help Martinelli. Saka is good enough to do it. He needs to go and help Martinelli and link up with him and do the 1-2s with Martinelli and get him in the game, because teams are going, cool, we'll double up on Saka. The 1-2's not available. Martin Odegaard already stays on that side. Martinelli's not going to do anything on the other side because unless he's got an overlap, there's nothing there. And then there's no other creativity in the team. If you're playing, hold on, because if you're playing low blocks, Jorginho is your man. And I'm not saying he's this cold midfielder, but Jorginho has been breaking down low blocks his whole career. That's his thing. Deep line playmaker, deep line midfielder. Did anyone see the pass he played? He played one pass in the Champions League. Like it was inside the two. Like if Arsenal fans will know, he played one mad pass in the Champions League this season, innit? That is his bread and butter. He's done it for Chelsea a few times. For me, Jorginho is the one who has the experience. He's won the league. He's done all these things. He needs to be the one to play and get Arsenal out of this problem, innit?
There's only one issue. There's only one issue here, though. Once. He has to wait for Pep. He has to wait for Pep to do something so he can copy him.
Fair enough.
I think that's one thing as well. We spoke on this yesterday. That I think if I was an Arsenal fan, something I'd be a little bit worried about is that. So Arsenal have basically, because other teams are playing with a low block now against them, whereas last season at the start when they were at their best, they caught everyone off guard. Now. We're used to this. We've had this for years and years and years. And some people have said City's football's become more boring because of it, right? Because we're having to, be patient and wait for gaps to appear. But then the beauty is through that time, we've always had players that either elite players that can find them eye of the needle passes, or we've got De Bruyne's, we've got Mahrez's, we've got Bernardo Silva's, we've got Rodri's that can take a shot from outside the box out of nowhere and put it top.
They don't have that sort of player,
And when you look at Arsenal, you're kind of like, you've got Odegaard that can play the eye of the needle pass. But apart from that, who else have you got? And, last season, the amount of times, back end of the season, important time, I saw Odegaard trying to shoot from outside the area and not really having much success. And if I'm Arsenal right now, I'm thinking, you don't have a plan B. If those 1-2s don't work, that's it. Like you ain't got anyone going, it's right, this guy's going to put it top in from outside the area.
I was saying they fumbled when they didn't get Barella. They were linked to Barella, and that pissed me off. Them and Man City, and they didn't go and get Barella.
Yeah, I still want Barella now, bro. I still want Barella now. Inter need raiding. They're in big trouble. I
was saying it on Big Six Bands. Word to what you literally just said that. Other than Odegaard and more time it goes Rosette or something, they don't have a player that can just rush from outside the box. Party tries and it goes Rosette.
Zinchenko's got.
But then they don't play him in that role. They
Nah.
don't give him that license to do. So
This is
you're
what you
right.
just
They don't
call
really have a.
I personally feel like that's never really been Arteta's way of preferred way of playing, or even Arsenal's preferred. Like it's just not.
No,
their
but
thing.
George,
like,
in
rather-
desperate times, you need that. Yeah,
you need to have players that have that. I do agree. When obviously when you can't break teams down, but I still feel like with Arteta, I feel like he's not going to sign players that have that sort of mentality because it's losing the ball to him. It's losing possession. If you've got a player that takes too many shots, and especially Partey is one of them, like he loses the ball up for Arsenal in those dying moments where he's trying to take these shots where they
goes Rosette,
even going Rosette. I think Arteta he only encourages Odegaard to do it because he knows Odegaard's he's a high volume shooter and he's good. He's very good. Like he gets them on target.
Yeah.
But I feel like you bring more players in to do it, it'll create a problem with them.
Let me try and move the conversation. Renzo, I know you said Barella's in the Man fan, but guess what? So was Toney. Guess what? He went to Newcastle. They need money. They're bankrupt. Unless someone comes and buys them, they're bankrupt, mate. They need bread. Now, I'll be taking Barella, thank you, and I will.
Anyone will take Lautaro? Anyone take Lautaro by any chance?
Yeah, you might now.
Arsenal, maybe.
You know what? He's a two-man striker, man. He should go Brentford instead. Ayo says, big fan of Mikel, but he's becoming arrogant. Yeah. The Rodgers comparison very disingenuous. I mean, probably disingenuous to Rodgers since he's had a better career. If we're being really honest, as a manager, and that's me not even being shameless. That's actually the dead truth. Like he actually built Swansea, he's actually won stuff, even though it was at Celtic.
Yeah, he hasn't. Let's be honest. Arteta hasn't done anything more than Brendan Rodgers.
He ain't spent 600 million. But anyways, look, doesn't matter. Arteta will probably end up being a better coach overall. Yeah. Regardless, Ao says,
but right now, you're right. Right now, Rodgers has achieved more. So.
Yeah. Ao says, what did he say yesterday about his Fulham? I'm not too sure what he said about Fulham in this post conference. Unless you want to remind us.
I'm not sure.
He said he did say worst performance of the season, credited Fulham yesterday. Okay. Biggest mistake is destroying what he built instead of improving on top. I that's a very good super chat. I would say so as well. And he says, I agree with Bin. Dap's been saying this relying on Odegaard. And I think that's really been the main issue is that's all he's got out there. But moving this on, before Ty, obviously in about 10 less minutes.
No, I'm here for a while now. I'm here for a minute.
Yeah, you are here for a minute, Ty, because I had to hold smoke when I was at my mother's house. My own mother's house, yeah? And you was around. Yeah, don't give me that shit. You was around, boy. I took all the... When I tell you now, yeah, that show there on a Saturday might have been one of the... That's got to be top 3 crucifixions of Never Fail's history. Like yeah. I couldn't say nothing. Like, usually I respond. Usually I say stuff.
Yeah, I was going to say, it takes a lot to keep you quiet.
Do you know why that is, Cass? And finally, I'm glad that we've got to this conversation because Happy New Year. You're supposed to be above us, my friend. Did we not make that bet? What was it, like a month ago? You said we're going to be above by New Year. I'll bet you anything.
Wait. Let's refine the word bet. You know, it was just a statement. Yeah, because I don't bet.
Remove the word bet, but you still made it known that you would be above us this time.
Yeah. Anyways, look. Ty, it's the winner. You got your duck feathers on, mate. Before they get plucked, it's not my turn. It's your turn. Ten Hag, speaking it.
Ty, you Ten Hag out yet?
These 10 Hag still need time.
Nah, I'm not. This 10 I'm not yet. Nah, but it's fucking. Oh, this is a disaster.
What more did it take?
Yeah.
Like, what more did it take for? Like, what more do you need to see, or
you know what?
How bad does it need to get?
It's not even. Yeah. In short, really, I don't think it will. It's coming. It's coming. I'll be honest with you. Now we've got 3 games in January. Got some key players back. I feel like that's the last bit of straw that he's holding on to right now. So I want to see what happens when Martinez, Casemiro, Mount.
You know what, Ty?
I'm tired, Robbie.
I remember last time when we versed you guys. You done us the favor and got Nuno sacked. Yeah, you beat us 3-0. Now we're going to do you a favor. We're going to go put you over 3-0 at home.
You're not going to beat us. We're going to beat you. We're going to beat you. We're going to beat you, George.
Man.
George, we're going to beat you. We're going to beat you.
I can't lie, George, even though I'm...
Clip it. Wait, listen, man, them. Watch the show. I don't care. Clip this. They're going to play a high line just like Aston Villa did, and we're going to get in behind with Garnacho, Rashford, and Hoyland. We're going to beat you, George.
No.
comfy.
I'll be
I'm-
real,
I'm-
George.
I'm
I don't rate
confident.
this United team, but they're going to be at Old Trafford still. They will. They just
Yeah,
will.
Rom,
Spurs will
trust
just
me,
be
I'm not getting
Spurs.
sucked in.
I know they won't. I know
But
they
George,
won't.
like Dap says, am I Ten
You
Hag in,
don't
Ten
think
Hag out?
United
That
beat
doesn't
Spurs?
solve a
You man
problem.
are
Just because we
crazy.
beat Tottenham, just because if we go and beat Tottenham, that doesn't mean
They're
oh my god,
weird.
everything's
They're
back
weird
to
at that
normal.
ground, man.
You got nobody, no Basuma,
We've
no
got to show
Romero, no Son,
consistency.
no
We've got to
Sarr.
show
They've
consistency.
got
So,
bro.
like,
They've lost.
if we
Hold
can't
on,
beat Tottenham,
hold on. There's two conversations going on here. Ty,
that's why I always go back to what you said.
Yeah.
Dap. Yeah. So, like, forget that. George will cross that bridge when we beat you. But even if we beat you, we've got to be consistent. And at the moment, it's win one, draw one, lose one. The football's poor. I'm not even going to lie. It was the first time on Saturday, I actually was like, you know what? I don't give a crap anymore. My tweet, 2024, if I've got plans with my girl, whatever it is, I'm not changing them. I'm not watching United like that because this team is like watching Emmerdale, the deadest soap on TV. And that is how it is right now. So, like, yeah, it's the facts. The truth is, I'm just going to see what happens when Casemiro, Mount, and that come back and if he can turn it around. And you know what, Roms, as well? If you look at our next 5 fixtures, nothing's won on paper, but the 5 fixtures we've got,
No,
we
you've
can't
done
win
this
them to
before.
Mark. He's gone. He's
Bro,
gone.
you've done this
He's
before.
done
though.
this before. He's trying to
Bro,
bring up
remember
more
when he said
bars.
we've got
Yeah, but
such an
that-
easy run?
Stats, you know the day you
Daps,
did it.
do you want
know
me
the
to
day-
be real with you
Daps,
though?
Wait,
You know,
one
now,
minute,
Roms, one sec.
Ty. The day you done it, Daps, remember when you went to leave for a game and we were doing a soccer branch and you're like, you know what? I see our next 5 games.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
one, that one. And the same day you got slapped against Brighton, the exact same day.
Nah, I hear it. But you know what? Do you know what the truth is as well? It's, I think the parts of me, and this is me being serious on the board level, I don't see the board sacking him now. I feel like they're going to give him 6-month probation and just make no decisions until the summer. I don't think they get rid of him and bring in what, an interim
heard a stat.
until the summer. Like,
I'm
they ain't getting
not
rid.
gonna lie.
Nah,
Yeah.
but Ty, I heard that you guys haven't lost 14 games before Christmas in 93 years.
Yeah, that's
Brother,
what I do.
90. Let me give you the actual facts.
Now, on a
It was
business level,
100
can you man see them sacking
100
Ten Hag
years.
now?
Yeah,
Wait, one sec.
Sorry,
100 years. One whole century. We have only lost games in December. A whole century, brother.
Ty, the
Can
reason
you not
Ty,
seriously
no,
feel
Ty, the
like
reason why I
that?
think-
Oh, you're gonna answer it, Daps. Go on.
Yeah, the reason why I think you will is the night of your game, right? When I went to sleep in my hotel, I left Sky Sports News on and it kept playing this interview with Gary Neville, right? And there's something that Man United do. When they're ready to get rid of a manager or a player, it's like they tell certain pockets of the media, go in on this fucker. It's time, yeah? Because what we need to do is we need to make it that everything is about he's the issue. So when we sack him and bring someone new in, all the fans get behind us because, yeah, you're right. Ten Hag's the issue. Boom, get a new manager, rejuvenated, right? It won't be, but the fans buy into it. Gary Neville was slandering Ten Hag on a next level, like even to the point where he was saying the board aren't to blame with the signings. The signings are all Ten Hag. They've backed Ten Hag. And the fact that I'm seeing him do that makes me think, yeah, United have said to certain man in the media, go in now, because he was literally saying, and it's true what he says, because we can't say, me and Traps were talking about yesterday, if the board wanted to sign players for Man United, they're looking at Instagram, they're seeing who have the most views, right? And they're going, we want that one, right? There's no coincidence. Most of your signings have a link with Holland, right? You can't tell me the board all of a sudden have just decided we want Dutch players, we want players linked. That's Ten Hag. They are right. The signings are all on him. The Anthony thing, that's all on him. And I just think now it's... Bro, you can't go any further. The truth is, Man United are the biggest club in the world with Real Madrid. They are, as far as fan base, yeah? But also the truth is, yeah, if your dad's a top red, if your dad's a diehard Man United fan, as you grow up, you want to be a Man United fan because your dad won't allow you to support anyone else. If you're from Manchester, you might decide to support Man United, right? Back in the day, young kids all across the country wanted to support Man United. Bro, your fan base is slowly, the next generation, United are not going to be as big. And the longer this continues, the more the Glazers will be clocking. You know what? Our fan base, is going to start to dip. They need to deal with this very fucking quickly. They can't.
It's not Glazers no more. It's not Glazers no more, mate. It's Ineos now. So they have to deal with this bollocks.
But let's be real, bro. Manchester United, are not changing until the Glazers go. Yeah. You lot can do this.
Yeah.
Think they're gonna do much. They're not.
Do you know his daps? You know his daps. Yeah, I've seen it on the Cronky. Yeah, shit owners. But guess what? They get some sporting structure in. Difference. Tottenham. You know, I think Levy's taking a step back. Let Paratici in, and I think he's hired a couple more man from the summer. Changes. So you can have shit owners, yeah, and not the best ones, or the ones that don't invest all their time and money and all that kind of stuff into the club. But guess what? Sporting structure changes difference. One thing I want to. That's only saving grace. But there's too much money needed for Man United. It's way too much money to solve Man United. Bro, we're sinking ship. We're going to keep sinking. End of the day, Ty, what I'm trying to get across before anyone wants to put in their part, is we can go on the signings. I've already said that. I don't want to repeat it. It's an echo chamber, But even if he had a couple better players, he brought off Kobbie Mainoo and put Scott McTominay on, not a recognised DM, and we can see that the same goal twice due to his positioning not being where Kobbie typically is.
You know what's mad about that decision?
You know what the maddest thing is as well? He did not even put him in a pivot. He played him by himself.
Crazy.
And Kaz, you know what makes it even more mad? You know what makes it even more mad? Yeah, Gibbs White was having no success against Kobbie.
Nothing.
The minute Kobbie come off, I see Gibbs White everywhere. It's crazy.
Now, fact, horrible.
And wait, Ty, your manager said that he meant to do it.
He got sacked tomorrow. If he got sacked tomorrow, we wake up tomorrow and it's like, yo, man, them group chats popping off. I won't care. It's not like I actually really want this guy to be in the job. If he gets sacked tomorrow, I don't care because I'm like, you've burnt your own bridge. But I don't think he'll get sacked now until the end of the season. That's just what I think right now.
You know what? Ty, Kaz, is this true? I can't remember. I
don't care now, you know? I don't care.
I can't remember if it was Chaps.
I'll bring in Graham Potter.
I can't remember if it was Chaps aside, but they were saying when Ineos and that came in to Jim Brailford and all that, apparently they've not even spoke to Ten Hag. I don't know how true that is.
They went there yesterday.
Wait, after a week of being, that's the first person you're supposed to speak to, isn't it? Or one of the first.
No, but they got it's all different. They're assessing basically. Man United are so in a shit show. Yeah, they have to go through all the books and they have to go through all the players and all that kind of stuff by themselves and see what they can reduce. Like even staff members and all that kind of stuff. They got to do all of that, all of it. Before they even talk about the manager's signings, they got to sort out the shit show of finances at Man United. That's
they can't even start yet, Cap. I think it's like they can't start for another 2 months.
No. What do you mean? No, it's like another I think now 4 weeks max.
Yeah, Cass, I hear what you're saying, bro. But let's be real, Jim Ratcliffe is not doing that, right? Jim Ratcliffe is not going through the books himself, Jim Ratcliffe.
Of course, he's got a team.
But
that's why you're a billionaire.
But what Jim Ratcliffe would be doing or should be doing is talking to the manager, right? He talks to the key people. He should be talking to the head of finance. He should be talking to key stakeholders there, So he should have spoke to the manager. But ultimately, I doubt he cares about the manager because let's be real, bro. You're not taking over Man United right now and going, this is the guy I want in the job. If you are,
you know his daps, It sounds harsh.
Make their own,
harsh. How many games have been played, by the way, guys? Once, do you know? Is it 19?
19, 20 or 20?
19. 20. Right now, Man United, I don't care how you say it, Man United need a fucking manager bounce. And we need a 10-game one of them because we want to be where we need to be. As far as it sounds, need to get rid of him. Like, regardless, because we need a manager bounce and we need these players to have a fresh crop or something new, even if they need to go, so we can survive until the summer. Because guess what? We are looking at a Chelsea season at the moment. I'm not joking. They're going to go above us in the end. I can't believe I'm saying this. They're fucking 3 points behind. I'm fuming, mate. Bro, we need a bounce.
Give it Giggsy to the end of the season.
Oh, that was a good one.
I was just about to say
that. Do you know what makes it worse, though? Do you know what makes it worse? Is that the standard of the Premier League this year is dead. It's dead. Look at the points. Look at the way it's competing.
I don't think so.
I'm cussing. I'm cussing. Okay, it's not dead. Just when you look at the points, though, I'm cussing in my group chats. I'm like, if actually we was only okay, we'd be up there competing for top 4. The standard, like, come on, look at the points, bro. It's not.
You know what?
I think Spurs and Liverpool is 3 points between 5th and 1st.
It's crazy.
And the weak argument as well is who's available. Who gives a fuck? Just go and identify someone what you want to do. Because I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired, bro. You know what? I watch a Man United game. I'll get to the point. I'll switch it off and I'll turn it back on. I'm like, oh, we're losing 1-0. All right, turn it back on. Oh,
we're going to beat us next Monday, If we're going to beat us on the FA Cup next Monday.
Was that Monday night under the lights?
Yeah, it is.
They're away from home. Away from
That
home.
shows I would not be messaging him that day under the lights.
You know what Chat said? Listen, I love my club and that, but I slightly want us to get canned just for the greater good, like for the bigger picture.
Where is it?
He wants you not to lose.
No, Wigan,
I think it's at
Monday
Wigan.
night.
Isn't that slightly a derby as well?
Yeah, the derby. Yeah.
It's not a derby, man.
Nah, but you know what I mean. Like they're
No, but location wise.
Wigan's talking to like Blackpool and Preston and Blackburn and them, man. Even though it's just on the outskirts.
I'm not even I'm not gonna run my gums. I'm not gonna run my gums about Wigan because I'm not in that position to right now.
Don't even care.
Remember when they had Will Grigg? Will Grigg, don't
you know who they re-signed? You know who they re-signed? You man will remember. Well, Daps will remember. But you know who they re-signed like last month? That Callum McManaman done. Do you remember him? Yeah, the mini brother. Yeah, he's back there now. He's cold. He's back there now.
How old is he now? He must be like 35 or
But yeah, like 34.
We're gonna struggling, man.
Oh, that's all right. How old's Johnny Evans?
True, and he looks like our best centre back.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Like, Cass, right now, I want to ask you a question. When do we finish this season?
Right now, 10th.
Yeah.
Right now, the way it's going right now, I need to see two sides.
Not second.
Okay. No, and what would you classify now?
Hey, we're the worst season. Think about it. David Moyes season, yeah. We're scraping things, yeah, at the moment. But other teams are also scraping and doing their thing. Brighton are there. West Ham are there. They're above us. How about that? Newcastle's still in and around. Liverpool, don't even count the top three. Chelsea are fucking 3 points behind us, bro. I can't even have shame anymore.
That's your name, hot take.
I said about a week ago in our group chat, I said, you best believe that Chelsea are watching you. Yeah.
Yeah, you said
they are, bro. They're sneaking up on you. They're not.
Yeah, they're coming and they're coming fast.
It's not even Wigan. It's not even Wigan. If this is the perfect time, if Spurs beat Man United with a depleted team, he's got to go. It's Old Trafford again, and you want to lose. He's got to go.
I clocked it.
But you want to hear my hot take? Very hot take. The standard of the Premier League, the standard of this season's Premier League is so like all over the place.
Yeah.
Last year's Ten Hag team would be competing for the title as it stands.
Say that again, sorry.
Bro, I think you're right. Sorry, say that again.
Yeah.
What?
I said with the fact that you could say 3 points separate first to fifth or sixth or whatever. Last year's Eric Ten Hag side with Rashford scoring all those goals and Casemiro just doing being a one-man ball in DM. I generally think last year's United side would be in and amongst the top three competing for the title.
I don't think he's gassing. I think
they were doing that anyway last year.
I
remember this time last year, Cass saying they're going for the league. They was in the title.
Yeah, no, I remember. It was the game before.
George, that lasted for literally 7 days, bro. That lasted.
It was the game before the Emirates. I remember.
It was.
We're gonna do it again. Remember that?
But Kaz will say himself, he didn't deep down the league. He was just being.
The Sheffield game killed him.
No, brother, when I tell you now, yeah, you're right. No, we would actually be top. But when you think about all the Old Trafford losses this year, if we had the form of Old Trafford even of last year, yeah, we're top of the league right now. Easy, comfortably, as it goes. Palace. Yeah, Palace. No, we would be. Palace, Bournemouth. How many more games do you want to keep to? Who else?
Brighton B team.
Brighton B. We would B team. We still be in. How about this? We'll be in the Carabao Cup. We would have faced Chelsea. You know what I mean? Like we would have played them lot. You know what I mean? Like Crystal Palace. We'd be top of the league comfortably, but we're not. Yeah. We're comfortably sitting in 6th or 7th.
You're 11 points off top and first place have a game in hand, bro. You wouldn't be top of the league.
Yeah, I can't lie. No. When I deep it as well, when you keep doing all these things, some of them away games, we would have won. That Arsenal game, we would have won that.
Yeah.
Keep telling me I'm lying. Keep telling me I'm lying. Just keep saying it. I don't mind because we would be.
But all these if buts are maybe just a bit.
Wait. That would have been easy food.
George, can I quickly? I know we're gonna do more. I'm not quickly ask you, George, just quickly. I know I'm diverting, but I need to just get a 1 minute clip, or not clip. I want to get 1 minute segment from you. Do you genuinely think, with the man you're missing, you're coming to Old Trafford in 2 weeks and beating us?
2 weeks, especially on the weekend. Is it on
Wait, when you say the man we're missing, do you know
FA
the
Cup
people that? Even if you see the team we played yesterday, we played without a lot of players. Even Kulusevski wasn't in the team. Still fluid. The ball moves. Bentancur is back. You think I'm worried about Taro Bissouma? Rodrigo Bentancur is coming to run rings around your midfield.
Okay, so if we beat you, if we
Kobe
beat you, are you going to be fuming that you haven't won, or are you going to be like,
He's fuming that we haven't won. What do you?
Cool.
The way that I see
Cool.
it, we're 3 points
I'm
off
looking
top.
forward to it.
Again, we ain't in a title challenge, but the fact that we're
Because the
3
last
points off
time, do you
top
remember what
means
happened
every
last year
game-
when you came? You know what happened last year when you came to us? I watched it at Dapsy.
Guys, I was there live, and guess what? It's not the same team. It's nowhere near the same team.
No, different team.
Different team.
I know, I
And
agree with that.
also for us, now look, I think our biggest miss is probably going to be Son, innit? Like Son.
Midfield.
Spurs at Old Trafford. Spurs at Old Trafford is like Arsenal at Anfield.
This is why I say
Don't
there's
win. Don't win.
no
apart from that
excuse for
knockout game.
Ten Heisenberg. No excuses. They got a depleted squad. They ain't even got a goal scorer in the field, apart bar Richarlison, yeah. They got Bentancur and no midfield. Ollie Skip and them, man, yeah. And Højbjerg, Bentancur, Ollie Skip.
Højbjerg won't play. He's going to be gone by then. But within 2 weeks, he'll be
Anyways,
gone.
long story short,
What
they got
time is that
nobody.
game? I know
What do you mean gone? As in sold him?
So
he don't wanna
Højbjerg's
play.
gone, man, out the door.
What? Even with all these injuries,
Bro,
you still get
that's
rid
what I was
of
going to
him?
say. Not even.
If we are going for centre mid, like all these links I'm seeing with Gallagher, he'll be Højbjerg's
Yeah, the
replacement.
Gallagher one's mad. I can't
Only
believe
saving grace we got, yeah, Ty.
I didn't realize Cap the half-4 Super Sunday. I was
Yeah, luckily we got Lissandro back then. Mason Mount's meant to be back,
Yeah.
and Casemiro's meant to be
Casemiro.
back. That's the only things.
No excuses.
No
One-
excuses.
Do the dog noise, G.
Mason Mount, sorry. I hear the Casemiro thing. I hear the Martinez thing. Is Mason Mount being back a thing?
Against Ollie Skip, yeah.
Money
Only
Mace. Money Mace.
That high line, I'm telling you. Wait, Daps.
Wait. Only Skip won't play either. What are you guys going on about? It's going to be
why?
Lo Bentancur and Kulusevski in the middle.
George, just come with that high
Who's
line,
playing
please. That's all I
DM?
want.
Who's playing DM? Wait, one sec. Who's playing DM?
Bentancur's the DM. He played DM yesterday. What you?
George,
he isn't
I rate
six, he's an
Bentancur
absolute
highly.
six.
He's
not
not
a
a
DM.
DM. He's not a
He's
DM
an
yet.
actual six. He plays better in the league.
Oh, Bentancur against City in the 6 role was banging.
He's better in the 6.
Yeah.
I'm telling you now. He's
All right, let's see if he. I wouldn't mind spaces that he has to cover. That he's meant to cover right, back, left. But let's see if he gets. Let's see if he gets.
When Spurs give Spurs 1 draw and 1 loss, and they'll be saying it's unsustainable to have in the 6 and you're wasting his attacking out.
Yeah. We're moving on anyways. Moving on.
Do you know what it is? Cash just don't like.
That's so like
Moving on.
Cash
Moving on.
Right, run up the likes,
You
people,
know-
by the
you
way.
know- you know what it is? You know what it
There's
is?
700 of you. Run up the likes, people. 700 of you in it.
You know what it is with Spurs, yeah? The thing is, they went, if you go look at Duvak diaries, I'm a very, very keen follower. It's not that long every time. There's one absolute raging moment, and then you have to go scrolling down before you hear a happy moment. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. It's so, don't go on like you're not inconsistent. And of course, it's down to, I think it is down to your injuries. Of course it is, George. You got I think you're one team right now and Newcastle that can start blaming up injuries because it is. But you are getting a job done at some points. Sometimes you do have to look at sometimes of the Oppo and that. You was at home to Bournemouth, and to be fair, Bournemouth have been on scintillating form, and I thought they would do something they didn't. You peppered them, G. You peppered them. Yeah.
No, they peppered us.
Who Bournemouth?
No, I can't even lie. No, we
did.
peppered them 3-1. But
First off, yeah, maybe first off.
the game, I'll be honest, they peppered us, bro. They had us on the ropes.
First off.
They could have scored a few goals, even in the second
but the thing is, the game's not one over 90 minutes. They lost. You peppered them, G, in the end. You done them. It is what it is. And the thing is, even though your performance ain't been there, the result is
had like 9 shots.
Yeah, but they're all shit ones, man.
Oh, were they? Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Actually, you could have had a few goals.
And let's not act like you went to Brighton and just lost.
But Brighton game again, like you look at the Brighton game, and
so we're talking about sustained performances, George. Your performances right now are hot and cold as well. So don't go like you're the next thing. No. George, 1 minute, 1 hour and 3 minutes. Please go back and see what George said, and please run it up. Thank you very much, Mustafa. Anyone send it to me on Instagram or Twitter. I'll be very, very thankful. Last point I was going to make, anyways. Yeah, Chelsea Football Club. Look, you have to shine some light on them. They have finally got to. They went to Luton, which is a ground that we've all said and rated. They are very, very decent, and they still nearly clawed it back. And Thiago Silva ended up saving them. Chelsea right now with Nkunku, as much as it is right now, Don is being proven right, and it makes me fucking want to throw up. But Nkunku's come back. Yeah, true. He's starting to play with Cole Palmer. They didn't even play with Sterling or nothing like that. They got Jackson. He's actually been all right. You can't really knock him too tough. He's had a couple actual good games, overall performances, if you want to call it that. But right now, Chelsea are on the rise. I don't agree with their defense. I think who was it? You months before that was talking about their defense. But I'm just trying to say is you have to throw, as much as we throw so much shit on Chelsea at the same time when they're doing good well. you have to throw some praise on it. Like, look, Jackson off the left at the moment, he was cold.
Nah, Cass, you're not gonna do this. You're not gonna try.
He gave Corey a hard time.
Chelsea weren't that good. Chelsea weren't that good.
No, first half, George. First half, you have to give credit.
Yeah.
Not the whole game. Second half, I thought Luton will come back and get a draw. I even said, don't be surprised if it's 3-3. But
yeah, but what we doing here? What? Your team went there and struggled for a 1-0 G. Fucking City went there and had to.
I'm just giving Chelsea credit. I'm saying. I thought George was saying in general. I'm saying first half, I think Chelsea were cold, but I'm saying if we're going to go over the span of it was a tale of two halves for Chelsea, in my opinion. First half, they were very cold. Second half, I think Luton, they nearly salvaged the draw. Do you know what I mean? Or maybe, let's say, up to about 70 minutes. The start of the second half as well, I think Chelsea were cold.
Yeah, but even then, though, I felt like it wasn't even down to the last 70. Even before then, I felt like Luton were building themselves back into the game. Alfie Doherty was doing a madness on that left side.
Proper player.
Always the lefties.
Always. Always. And I just felt like that Luton should have come back into the game. The amount of chances they had, if Chelsea give any other team those amount of chances and that much space in the box, they're gonna score.
No, do you know why you can't do that? You know why you're not allowed to do that? You know why you're not allowed to do that? Yeah? You know what? No, you know why you're not allowed to do that? Yeah, it's because
I see.
When we do the if buts and maybes, we could say you have to put the same respect. If Chelsea were to also bury their chances that they also had, which that Kaminsky made a couple decent saves. But you said they're growing into a game. But guess what? Yeah, but we know this. We already know this with Chelsea throughout the whole season, and they get some weird results. Look at Arsenal, better team. Drew against them. City, better team. But guess what? They drew against them. Liverpool started the season, whatever it is. Chelsea. Yeah. So I'm just trying to say, it's the same kind of thing. They're building off of something. They finally got 2 wins in a row. And Cole Palmer, look at Cole Palmer. We were laughing at Don at the start of the season when he said Palmer can get 15 GA in the league, regardless of penalties or not. He scored a good goal. He got them going. And guess what? I think he's on something what is he on? 7, 8 now in the league?
Laughing at him for that?
No, we weren't. Don's take.
I don't think 15 GA is a laughable thing about Cole.
No joke. No, we were laughing. I remember
we were laughing.
Because we said he's an academy product. He's not really been consistent in the Premier League in terms of minutes. And we say you're stupid for that. Why are you thinking that? And
you know what? I want to big up one player because Noni Madueke, I was saying, give him a run. That when he played well, you weren't a start. He come on against Wolves. And I think he contributed to Nkunku's. Actually, I don't think he assisted, but he was a nuisance. He gets the penalty against Crystal Palace, and I think he played well. I think he started that game, or he might have come on. Then he warranted his start, and he proved why, in my opinion, he shouldn't be displaced right now. Because I think he's coming to this Chelsea team and staked his claim. To be fair, I think he needs his flowers. Long term, he won't keep his place in that 11 when Nkunku gets fully fit and get back in team. Because I think Poch is managing Nkunku well. Some games he's starting him. I think the only reason why he started the other games because Sterling and Palmer were out. But I do feel Noni right now warrants his place in the team, man, and I think he needs his credit.
Don is asking once, by the way. He wants an analysis on Thiago Silva. Why?
Yeah, you can't call him old man with the walking stick anymore. Once disrespectful.
Listen. Listen, Thiago. Hey, listen. Thiago Silva,
by the way, big up him. He was cold.
Listen, Thiago Silva done his thing today. Clearly, he got a cataract.
Thiago Bronze.
Man said Thiago Bronze. Listen. I'll say here. He done his thing in it. For me, he wowed me especially in that last period of the game. He really did save Chelsea some points there. But again, an old man defending against Luton Town, guys. He didn't put in a masterclass against Liverpool Football Club or Manchester City. It was against Luton Town. So the fact that you're asking me to credit your 40-year-old defender for putting in a masterclass against a team who hasn't been in the Premier League for God knows how many years tells me where his level is.
I can't lie. Your VVD that you've been big up all season on form also conceded against the same Luton.
No. I'm not talking about conceding because they conceded goals. I'm talking about.
But you said Luton Town.
No. You're missing the point. They want credit for their great Thiago Silva for having a good final 25 minutes against
You know,
Luton.
but Mons, that's disingenuous. That's disingenuous. He's had good games against the bigger teams.
Hold on, how's
Let
this
me-
a
let me-
conversation? I think for me, Thiago Silva is pretty clear. Yeah, my man is and has been an elite defender. Yeah, but he's old. Yeah,
Yeah, he's old. Like,
however, he's
No,
still going to
bro.
have his reading of the game is fucking different gravy, right? And so he will have good performances, but obviously because of his age, they're going to be limited now, and that will happen. Like it
No,
happens
but
with all players.
that's a
but
fair
that-
analysis. But
this
start
is
of the season, Monster said to me and Don, he's pretty much washed. Monster's
Nah,
basically saying
he is
Thiago
washed.
Silva's washed.
He is
No,
washed.
he's not.
He is
He will still
washed.
have that good
No, but
performance.
Rums. Why does it take a good performance against Luton for you to reinvigorate
going
your
on there?
players?
No, but it wasn't just Luton. He had a decent
Season.
performance. I think Arsenal had a decent performance. City wasn't that bad. Us, he
He
wasn't that
conceded
bad.
4 goals. He conceded 4 goals. We're talking about.
But, no, see, you're doing a collective thing again. His performance, his individual performance, he wasn't that bad, Mon.
Right,
You have to give him credit in the bigger games.
Bro, this is what I mean, where there's this misconception that Chelsea. Then listen, if Thiago Silva's so good, why do Chelsea concede as many goals as they score? Why do they do that? And it's never.
No, there's 3 other guys in the back
never
for you,
his
though. There's 3 other men in the back.
I think that's
Rums, 5 weeks ago, you told me, Monts, not gonna lie, the Thiago Silva thing,
No,
Don't do
that. Don't do
Now
that.
they're telling me,
For
yeah,
that
say something about
specific
Thiago
game.
Silva. Like,
For that specific game. Game.
one second. Go on.
Look at the bigger picture. Thiago Silva has just had a good game against Luton, and you man are asking for praise. The mighty have fucking fallen.
No. But it's not the point. The whole point is
I could ever ask you, man, to credit a man for defending well against Luton, and that's not even a shade on Luton. I know it's like, bro, come on, man.
If you want to do it that way, that's up to you. That's up to you. But I think Chelsea have had a couple good performances, and yes, they have shipped goals. But I think that's down. And for me, that's down to Pochettino. By the way, that is down to Pochettino and his selection of putting Cole at left back, the Sarsi at right back at times, and so forth, and not really making sense when you've got Gusto there and you've got Maatsen, who's an authentic left back. At least Cole could do a job at times, but I think he's overdoing it. I don't think this is down on Thiago Silva. I think Chelsea, as fumbled as their defensive line is, I think it's Poch is a bum. It's down to him. It's down to Poch. I don't think it's down to Chelsea. I think it's down to Poch. I'll be honest. That's it.
Bro,
that's what I have to say.
Chelsea again. Everyone just thinks that Chelsea, because we don't score goals, they're not that good. Bro, their defense is shit. Their defense is fucking shit. Their wing backs shit. Their best wing back doesn't play. The other wing back shit. The other one, Ben Chilwell, doesn't play. The centre back, Badia Shield, decent. The other one, Thiago Silva, washed. Who else is there? Fofana, don't play. Keeper, bang average. Rejected from Brighton. You man cannot tell me these man's defenders are this team. Thiago Silva only looks good in a back three when he's protected by a centre back to his left and a centre back to his right. Therefore, he can read the game with low risk.
The last I've got to say,
in their back line is Gusto, and that is it. That is it. Gusto's the only one I rate out of all of them.
Quick one.
All of them.
How many tickles does it take to make an octopus laugh?
8.
10 tickles.
Oh my god.
Oh, yeah. I'm just gonna say, look, in the last 4 games, because I'm only putting it to 4, not 5, because there was one loss there.
You were loading that one up.
But there was 3. They've had 3. If you're gonna talk about 5 games, they've won 3, and technically in their last 4 games, were 3 of those wins as well. And if you go look at their next fixtures, it might be a bit difficult for them. They got Anfield coming up. They got Fulham coming up. They got Wolves away. Wolves at home coming up. Crystal Palace away. Man City away. Tottenham. Brentford. Good luck, Chelsea. That's all I'm gonna say. But they might do something.
I actually agree, Mons. As a collective, I agree. The defense shit. I'm speaking about Thiago Silva as an individual. I don't care about the man around him. Him as an individual.
You share his cataracts. You when it comes to Thiago, man are blind because the things that Thiago Silva does, he doesn't make bait mistakes. It's not bait stinkers. There's any to be shit. I'm not saying he's shit. He's just
Newcastle was a howler. Yeah, I think that's the game I said.
He had the howler at Newcastle, but I'm not even talking about that howler specifically. Thiago Silva still lacks mobility. He reads the game very, very well, yes, but he's alleviated of all blame, and it doesn't make sense to me because there are other defenders that are not alleviated of all blame, and they won't have too much to do with
because you know it's done.
You know
He's
what it is,
fucking
Mon?
40 and washed. And man
You know
don't want
what
to
it is,
admit
Mon?
it.
That's the whole point, no, Monts.
Kaz.
He's 40, he's 39 or 40, and he's outperforming some top centre backs in the league
Word.
still. And
You
that's
know
the
what?
No, he's
embarrassing
not.
part about
No,
it.
he's not.
Months.
No, he's
It's
not.
as
Yes, he
simple as
is.
this. It's as simple as this, Months. Respect your elders, and that's what I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up anyways.
Bro, these Chelsea fans, stop calling him elite. Stop it. Stop calling him elite. It don't make no sense. This man is not elite anymore. He was elite. He's not anymore. Move on. Move on.
All right. Well, look.
Tony needs Botox.
Monts can't talk well unless it's about Liverpool. But other than that, yeah. Look, he's a true Liverpool fan, innit? And he knows facts. When Chelsea end up rocking at Anfield, that's a 0-0. But I'm just gonna say this. Look, we're gonna be back tonight. Hopefully after Liverpool Newcastle game. With Monts and whoever else it may be. Might be a shorter version, if anything, as well. But the whole point is, me and Ty are going to be doing up some Man United stuff on another channel. So if you stay on this channel, it will go over there. If you're a Man United fan or you want to hear, basically, there's going to be meltdowns. It's going to be absolute shit show shouting from me. And I can be more vocal about it on that channel, in my opinion, rather than here. And you can get my true feelings more. But, unless Man United lose in here, and I'll still lose my shit regardless because we're shit. But if you stay on here, it will go over there. So please go and subscribe over there. It will be big. And whatnot, and also just go say hello to Ty. It's just that it'll be much approved. You don't, if it is a Man United channel, you don't have to go there. You don't have to subscribe. I understand. There's a lot of was.
Also, someone said the Chelsea fans are saying they criticize Thiago Silva every time. So they criticize him more than Roms and Kaz does, basically. And
basically. But if you stay on here, the 680 one of you, make sure you like the video, and also if you go over there, 2 likes away from 250, go like the video there, even if you don't like it. Full Trafford Tunnel. If you stay on it, it will go there. So in a bit, thank you very much, and that would be much appreciated.